Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I would like to welcome you to Craft Spot. Uh, Wednesday afternoon, July 31st. Happy birthday, Crick. It's my daughter's birthday today, and I did send her a message this morning, but I haven't chatted with her yet, so that is yet to come. But anyway, yes. So this is Craft Spot, another beautiful day at the cottage. So hopefully wherever you are, the weather has been lovely and you've had a good day so far. And hopefully, I can share some inspiration with you now and we'll do some crafting. So let me just see if I can get it here. If you are on watching me live, say hello. And if you're watching the replay, let me know that you caught the replay. And I always love to have you watch, whether it's live. I mean, live is obviously better, but I get that this time may not be convenient for everyone. But love to know that you watched. Love to hear what you think of the cards or the project or the stamp set or whatever. I just love to chat crafting, so it's all good. Okay, what do I have for you today? Today is the very last day to earn bonus coupons. So for every $60 order you place from my online store, you will receive a coupon code for $6 off, so 10% discount on any order that you place in August. And you can stack those up. So if you place a $120 order, you will get two coupons and you can use both of those coupons on the same order in August. There's not a lot of rules around it. It's basically earn them and then spend them. And if you are on my subscriber list from you would have probably received, I think it went to everyone. I know it came to me, an email. They kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit early, but there is a designer series paper sale coming, and that will start on August the 6th. So there'll be a number of designer series papers from the annual catalog that will be discounted, and you can use your bonus days coupons. So even more discount. And I said at the beginning of the month, and I continue this for the rest of today, for every bonus day coupon that you earn by placing your orders, I will put your name into a draw and I will be giving away codes that I have earned up to a limit. Can't give away more than I earned, but anyway, I think we're good. So lots and lots of discounts could be coming your way. So keep that in mind, but today is the very last day to place your order to earn those coupons or to earn your entry into my draw. So the designer series paper sale you can get no matter what, but it's better with a discount, a bigger discount. It will be on sale, but could be an even bigger discount. Okay, enough babbling. Shall we craft? Let's head down to the crafting area, shall we? Oops, I need to pull this out. Okay, oop, move that light over. Maybe straighten out my straighten me out. Let me just straighten myself out. Yeah, good luck with that, right? Okay, so today I have a relatively new to me stamp set that I thought I would play with because it is just a perfect kind of stamp. Sorry, I'm just trying to untangle some of my microphone cord here. It seems to be a little bit tangled and it seems to be a little bit short. I have a bit of a short leash today. Maybe not a bad thing, but anyway. Okay, so this one, penciled pear. So this is one of the stamp sets in the annual catalog. It does not have dies, so it's not a bundle. It's just a stamp set, but it is lovely, and it's all pencil drawings. And you can, of course, add color to it. Today, we're not going to do coloring today, but perhaps we'll do that at a future craft spot. So for today, I'm going with the monochromatic crafting. So you've seen me do some of this before, but I haven't done it for a long, long time. So I thought today would be the day because this just strikes me as being an awesome set for monochromatic crafting. And by monochromatic, if you're not familiar with that term, it's single color. So um, that's what we're going to be doing. And we're going to use different colors, but just one per card, sort of like one per family when you know, whatever, when you can win things or something, I think. Okay, so let's stop babbling. Let's get started with some crafting. So I am going to bring in, this is just basic white cardstock, and it is, oh, I was going to tell you that you may recall that I have used this before. Can you see that? Up a little closer, over a little bit. There we go. Just a little note. So I have used that on some of my crafting lately. And I love the sentiment, but I love the font too. It's just so beautiful and clean. So that's part of this stamp set. So I thought it was about time I showed you a little bit more of the stamp set and did some crafting with it. Okay, sorry, basic white cardstock, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, and bring in my ink, and I am going to use this Pear image. Now these, as I mentioned, this is a relatively new to me stamp set, and the only stamp that I had used previously was that little note one. And so I have not used any of these stamps. So we'll see. If they don't come out lovely, I may need to put them on my stamping scrub because sometimes there is just a little bit of residue on them from the manufacturing process. So hopefully not. Hopefully we're good, but we'll see as we go. Just looking for a piece of scrap paper to clean this stamp off a little bit when I've finished with it because I'm going to do different colors. So I am going to reuse these stamps, and so I need to remember to clean them right away because if I don't, we'll be putting black ink in places that we don't want black ink. And then I'm going to bring in this just a little note, and I'm going to tuck him right up under here, quite close. Okay. So there is our stamping for this card. These are, if you are looking for something quick and beautiful, monochromatic can be an awesome way to go because it's just one color. So, you know, it can be quite quick on the crafting. So now this was Memento black ink, and I have a piece of basic black. This is 5 by 3 3/4. So just, you know, standard border more than my card or my top layer. Okay. So we are just going to put some adhesive onto this. Then we will put this onto the cardstock. So can you believe it is the final day of July already? I mean, we do, someone said something to me about in Canada, or in Ontario, not even all over Canada, but in some of the provinces in Canada, we have a long weekend coming up this weekend. It's called Civic Holiday in Ontario. And so someone was saying, yeah, I was like, oh, you know, I had my days and my months and everything were all mixed up. I was thinking this was Labor Day weekend, which is at the beginning of September. And it's like, no, don't say that. Don't, because Labor Day weekend, it always used to be the signal of going back to school, and it's not always now. There are places that start back to school in August, but certainly any that haven't, if they do start in September, they would start back to school. The kids would go back right after Labor Day. So it's like the unofficial end of summer. So it's a sad time in my books because I love the summer. So anyway, when they said, oh dear, what have I got on there? What was on my fingers? It looks pink. Hmm. I might have to, I don't know that that will come off. I may have to redo him, but we are gonna continue. It's really close to the edge, so I'm not even certain I can hide it with a gem. And I don't even know, it's what frustrates me sometimes. I don't see anything red or pink on my paper. So I don't even know where it came from. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Just deal with it now, right? Isn't that I will just deal with it now, which means I'm gonna be one piece of cardstock short, but you know, there could be a little bit of cutting coming up, coming your way. So anyway, it's all good. We will figure that out when we get there. That's very unfortunate, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna trim this and then it'll go on to a different card. I want these to be this size because I've got everything cut for all of them. So I'm not going to change the size of this card, but I will trim it down and use it on another card. So this little guy will not be lost and forgotten. He's just gonna have a different home. So again, if you have not seen my dental floss, remove the cardstock. So I used dental floss, got underneath, pulled that off. And now it's just a little bit warped there, but that will flatten when we put it down again. And this is also fine. So it's a fabulous way to get your cardstock off without destroying it. And so we can use it again on a different card. Okay. Black Pear, take 2. And hopefully I don't get anything on this one, because as I say, I don't even see anything on, I didn't really look at this hand, but I don't see anything pink or red or anything that would look like that anywhere. So I don't really know. And that, cracking across the screen is just some dental floss. So we're all good. Okay, we are now going to clean this again so that it is ready for the next time. And I will bring in this sentiment. And again, we're just going to tuck it right up here. There we go. Okay, I think the second time we are done with the black ink. Okay, try this again. I don't think it's from this, is it? Can you imagine if that's where it's coming from? No, no, that couldn't be the case, could it? Could it? Gonna rub this paper on here. Let's see. Okay, now look, it's trying to do something there. Now my eyes are bad. I don't think it's that, but you know what? I'm just gonna move this over here. All right, so you know what I'm gonna do? I don't think I need grid lines for anything. I am just going to do this, which makes this all white and a little bit difficult to see. I apologize for that. But if it keeps the bad ones off my card, that would be a good thing. It's more likely to be the operator than the paper. But we will give me the benefit of the doubt for the moment. Okay, now this could go right down onto there and just be flat and sort of straightforward, or we could pop it up. I think I'm just going to go flat. I like the simplicity of this. think we're gonna keep it simple. This one to here. And there you have it. Look at that. Isn't that, to me, that's just so beautifully classic looking. Okay, so there's number one. I have more. So all the same size. These are all the same size because ultimately this could be a set of cards that you could package up and give to someone as a gift. You know, this is Pebbled Path. And hopefully it doesn't look black because it is a dark-ish color. No, it's definitely different. And when it dries, it's going to lighten a little bit, I do believe, because it usually does. So I think it may not look, can you see this? It's sort of a taupey gray kind of color. Oh, you know what might be better would be if I just showed you these pieces that I seem to have lost. This. So there's the color. See that okay? Oh, we got some funky shadows coming on. Maybe it need to be this way. Ooh, doo-doo. I don't know why I can have appropriate lighting in Wasaga with the exact same equipment, but I can't figure out where to put stuff up here. It blows my brains. This, bring that down. Anyway, that is the color that we're using. And hopefully as it continues to dry and stuff, you will see that it is not black. This guy right up here. Theme of stamps once again, because I said we're going to do a set of these. And for these, I have chosen all neutrals. So we'll just kind of do some neutral stuff. So, this light doesn't seem to be nearly as bright as it used to be. I don't understand. Oh, the other thing, maybe I should have the backlight on too. I don't know whether that changes much, but no, I don't think that really changed anything, did it? Oh, well, sort of made me feel better. Okay, let's just stop talking and keep crafting, shall we? Okay, this under here. So you can do these in any sort of size and border that you like. I sort of like the kind of wide border. Okay, there is definitely something coming off of my finger. The same spot. Got to be. I have no idea what it is or where it's coming from. It's where I've been holding it to put things down. Okay, gonna I'm gonna go on. It's definitely I don't know what it is, but there's something there. The really bothersome thing is that I don't know where it's coming from. I don't see anything on my fingers. I'm usually so careful, especially when you're working with white, right? That's the tough one. I always remember as a kid, I had a few white things. I had a white skirt that I loved, but you always had to plan which day of the week you wanted to wear it because you knew you were only going to get one day out of it. And it would have something on it by the time you came home from school. So So you sort of had to plan which day you wanted to wear your white skirt to school. So there we go. Okay, so there's two. And they probably look quite similar. In real life, they do look different. Not horrendously different, but definitely different. Okay, so we're going to move on and we're going to do one in pecan pie. Do you like pecan pie? It's one of my favorites. It's nothing but a sugar overload with crunchy nuts, but I do like it. Sure, it's not really good for you, but you know, I do like it. I like fruit pies too, but oh, so and my daughter and her husband are coming to the cottage this weekend, and I made a raspberry pie a little while ago when my raspberries came out, and I put it in the freezer because I knew I wasn't going to be seeing her for a little bit, and I knew she would love it. So we will be eating raspberry pie at some point this weekend, and that's kind of exciting because who doesn't love fresh raspberry pie? The berries were fresh when I made the pie. Hopefully it's okay after it's been in the freezer and it doesn't get too runny, but anyway, we will eat it. And if anybody doesn't want to eat it, then they don't have to, and it will be more for those of us that do want to eat it. I actually had a pretty decent crop of raspberries this year, and I was home. I was home for about 10 days, just as they were getting ripe and through them being ripe. So I got at least as many as the birds and the squirrels this year. Last year, not so much. The birds and the squirrels got the best of the crop last year, but this year, you know, timing is everything. And you never know. I mean, I never know when I'm going to be home exactly, but you never know when things are going to ripen either. It totally depends on the weather and everything. So, but it turned out very lucky this year. And so I'm grateful for that. I didn't I froze some for Laura, and I froze some for my girlfriend Sue, who will be here this weekend because she does not eat pie. So there's a few for her, and then we ate the rest. So I didn't actually get any in the freezer, but there we go, number 3. And the last one is going to need another piece of cardstock because apparently somebody messed something up. But that's okay. We have some right here. And we have the handy dandy trimmer that I will just bring in. So I'm just going to push those up a little bit higher so I can set this down. So this inside piece of basic white cardstock is 4 3/4 by 3 1. No. Okay. And for this last one, we have wild wheat. So I will confess that wild wheat is not my favorite of the colors, but it does have a place. And there are some things that I've used it on recently, and it's like, well, you know what? That looks pretty good. That's a good color for that. So on its own, you might not like it, but when you put it into a project and do something with it, you may actually have a little different thought about it. But give it a chance, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Tuck that into there. Put the lid onto here. Not that what I was getting on those cards was ink, I don't think, because I wonder, oh, I wonder if it is kind of maybe, I don't know. I'm just thinking I'm touching my Stampin' Scrub, which you can't really see it, but it does tend to retain the red inks. So I suppose it could have been the operator touching the Stampin' Scrub, which is moist, so then the color would come off a little easier, perhaps. Okay, so we said all along it could be operator error, and now I'm starting to think perhaps it is. It's going to be very careful. Well, not that I wasn't trying to be careful before, but anyway. There we go. And one more card base. I haven't put any gems on these. And you don't have to, as a sort of keep it really simple card collection. If you were making it for a gift, you could go out all out and decorate the packaging, make a really pretty box with embellishments and everything. But I think that I might have to put some gems on, just, you know, because it's me, right? There we go. Okay, so here we have 4 cards. I guess I should do it maybe more like this. Do they all fit? Not so much. It's a small workspace. There we go. So I don't know, you can see, I think on camera you can tell that these are different. It might be a little bit tricky to determine what the colors are, but isn't that nice? Like, just, I don't know, to me, I love the straightforward simplicity of it. And so now, as much as I said I wanted gems, I don't really know what I want for gems. Usually when I don't know, I just go with the clear rhinestones, the rhinestone basic rules, right? Because they just kind of can go on anything. But I'm not entirely convinced that that's the right choice. So the other thing I'm a little bit thinking about is some pearls, and I know I have them because I was just looking at them the other night. Where did I put them? Oh, we could do something like that too. I don't think so. No, right? No, it doesn't really jump at me. Okay, so where did I put my iridescent pearls? Anybody? Anybody? I know I had some. I thought I had them out. I know. I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. What are they? So I have these. Oh, these are lovely. Iridescent faceted gems. But they're too many colors for my monochromatic thing. And these are iridescent pearls, so they may be too many colors as well. I'm kind of leaning just towards these plain, because they're not plain, right? I say plain rhinestones, but they're just not plain. They're lovely. They're clear and shiny, and they are a lovely accent. So I'm thinking they might be the way to go. Okay, I don't know why this one's on the back here, but it is. Okay, let's see what we can do here, shall we? There's 3 or 4 different sizes. I'm never sure how many there are, but let's we want the largest one. Not sure that I do. I'm thinking more maybe this is the largest one. So bit of fuzz in there. What do we think? Just gonna stop here for a moment and take a look. Don't, you know, I'm not convinced they should be there. I'm hemming and hawing, which may mean that perhaps they shouldn't. Can you see that? I'm gonna see. I think I'm gonna pull these off because I'm really kind of liking them plain. So I think we'll leave it just like that. What do you think? Yes? Straight up, enjoy the simplicity. Okay. So if you notice, there's a little flower stem and there's a row of pears. So I thought I would do something with the row of pears just to show you something a little bit different. And I thought I'd bring in a little more color. These are all sort of neutral tones. Oh dear, they're not in the picture, but they were neutral tones. So I thought we'd come in with some color. So this is Azure Afternoon. It's beautiful. It's like sea blue, I want to say, or sky blue, very like dark sky blue. It's not light blue. We had a cardstock called Sky Blue a few years ago, and it was very pale blue. This is like deep blue. Now I don't know where I want this. I'm gonna put it over to this side because, you know, I did make this paper double-sided, and I do have an extra piece here that I could cut. The very juicy ink pad that we will soldier on with it, as they say. Do I have those pears crooked? And then it says, this sentiment just says, thanks for being you. Where do I want it? Do I want it right over here? Okay, I am playing and I'm not certain about this. Not sure. Going to going to just clean this off and look and think and ponder. If that makes any kind of sense. So could go like this with lots of white space. I'm not always good with white space, but I always try to learn whether it's right or not. It might work. It might work. Oh, okay. So I really need to figure out what this. I'm thinking it has to be in here. It has to be. because I don't know where else it could be. I don't know what else. I'm mystified. Yeah, but look, it's on there. And that because my ink pad is so juicy, it just kind of comes through quite easily. Let's move on. We'll move on and I will sort some of this stuff out later because it's driving me a little bit crazy. And I know you can go ahead and make comments that it's not a far drive. And I'm wondering if we should put the pears up a little higher. Just kind of trying to figure out where we want everything. If I put the pears up
There's chairs in the match too.
a little higher.
Well, it is next spot.
If I put it up a little higher, then I could put the sentiment down below on the other side. So maybe we'll go sort of center. Well, no, I think I'm even maybe a bit above center on this one. Blueberry bushel. Isn't that lovely? It's a pretty color. And then this down here. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Okay, this one I like. This not as much. But that's okay, because I seem to have gotten something red on it again. So I'm gonna leave that one. We'll finish off this one. Well, it's good to know it's not coming off of my the paper on my desk. I'm sure it's not. I think it must be coming out of my cleaner. So not a long-term problem. If you have a Stampin' Scrub, you just pull these pads out, and then you can wash them. So you just run it. I usually just take it out to the kitchen. I run it under water. I add a little dish soap. I give it a little scrubby dub, and then the only thing you do need to do is let them dry. Give them lots of time to dry. I usually set them in my dish rack for a full day and just let them drain and dry. And you don't want to be playing with them and using them when they're wet. So let's give it lots of time to dry, and then they're like brand new again. And they will last. I don't know that they'll last forever because that's a really long time. But I have to tell you that some of my Stampin' Scrubs are pretty old, and I have washed them and dried them, or let them dry many times. Now, my very first Stampin' Scrub, I still use it, but it is showing its age. So there's an honest statement. It's not as fuzzy as it used to be. Things have sort of worn down or pressed down or something. So it's not quite as lovely as it used to be, but it does still work. And that would be probably 20 years old and had lots and lots and lots of use at all my classes and events and all sorts of things. So there we go. Look at that. Should I put this on with dimensionals? We could pop this one up. Maybe we'll pop this one up. We did the others flat, but maybe we'll come in and pop this guy up. Let's see. See what we think, where we're going. Alrighty. And this one then, being totally different and all, might need some bling because I can't do a whole craft spot without using any gems. everyone will think that I'm ill or something, wouldn't you? You would be wondering, I'm sure, because I don't do that very often, but I do. I don't know, maybe just one, maybe one on each side of the segment. I'm not sure, but when I put the three on, it just looked like it didn't look right to me. It looked like it shouldn't quite be there, so that's why I pulled them off. They may be back, but not for now. This up. There we go. And now we could use these pearls. You know what? I think they will work really well with the blue. They just look like they belong there. So I think we're just gonna go right in here. Some of these. Keep it all kind of in the neighborhood. Does that work? Should they dig down there? I don't know, but I'm gonna leave them there. I think it's okay. There, I do like this with this configuration though, better than the other one. The other one was too much off balance, I think. Kind of like the stamper, maybe, eh? Okay, so we have basic black, pebbled path, wild wheat, and pecan pie. Oops, almost all in the screen. And then we did this one with blueberry bushel. And I'll redo at some point with Asia Afternoon in this style. But you could, these would make such lovely gifts, right? If you did a set of 4 and put it in some pretty packaging and a great hostess gift if you're going somewhere over the summer, someone invites you over for a barbecue or something, you want to take them a little gift, that would be lovely. Or if you're going for the weekend, maybe you should take 2 sets, but anyway, yes. Okay, let me just come back up here. There we go. So that's what I have for you today. It's a really interesting set, and it's one that you could easily not notice in the catalog, but you don't even need to see it in the catalog. You can look for it online. It's penciled pear, or if you're just scrolling around, look for pear, and it will come up and you will see it. So it's a great set, and as I say, one day, maybe next time we use it, we'll actually color it in and do some coloring with it, because you could certainly add some shading or some full coloring, or I have some ideas. It's percolating. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate it. I hope you have an awesome rest of the day, and I look forward to crafting with all of you again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.